Silk is greatly appreciated, but little is known of its origin, who created it, and when. Join us as we explore this history steeped in stubbornness, ingenuity, and generosity, all completely feminine. An ancient Chinese legend says that silk was discovered in the era of the Yellow Emperor, owing to the ingenuity of his wife, Princess Tzu. Every afternoon, Tzu would drink tea in the exquisite gardens of the imperial palace, in the shade of a large mulberry tree. One day she reached the tree and noticed that there was no more shade. The leaves were completely ruined, and those of the other mulberry trees were too. Determined to solve the mystery, Tzu spoke with the emperor about it. Guards were positioned to watch over the trees, but no one could get to the bottom of the problem. On the third day, while she was sipping tea in the shade of one of the few still green trees, a small cocoon fell into her cup. It was the clue she had been waiting for. Tzu gently dipped her fingertips into the warm beverage and pulled out a light, shimmering thread, which she slowly wound around her fingers, and so it was that silk came into being. Calling her handmaids, she gathered up all the cocoons and turned the fibre into a very light fabric. Tzu decided to grow mulberry trees to feed the silkworms, developed a new loom, and taught the art of weaving silk to the women of the court. Silk thus became a delicate, exclusively feminine secret to which men were barred. Such was the importance of the discovery that the young empress was given a place among the divinities with the name of Kan Nai Nai, the silkworm mother. The years and centuries passed, and silk conquered princes and nobles the world over, including the aristocracy of the Kingdom of Khotan. But silk was very expensive, and difficult times loomed ahead for the Kingdom of Khotan. A particularly quick-witted dignitary then proposed to the Emperor of Khotan to ask one of the Chinese princesses for her hand in marriage. The one chosen was Princess Lushi. The dignitary from Khotan travelled to her and asked Lushi to bring the secret of silk as her wedding dowry. It was a brave gesture. Silk was indeed one of the most precious and best-kept secrets of the Chinese Empire. Lushi agreed. Arrangements were made for the marriage, and a caravan departed from China for the Kingdom of Khotan. After many days of travel, the caravan reached the frontier post of the Jade Gate, which divided the two kingdoms. All the baggage was inspected, but no trace of the secret of silk could be found. When Lushi reached the palace, she was ready to reveal the secret. The princess let down her coiffure, which no one could touch. Silkworm eggs fell from her hair, while there were the mulberry seeds in her medicine chest used for their healing properties. There were 3 young women with her, whose nimble and skilled hands would have dealt with harvesting and weaving the silk threads. To give thanks to the gods for Lushi's courage and the success of the journey, a temple was built, and mulberry seeds were planted there. With this generous gesture, Lushi paid tribute to her own people for a new form of knowledge, entirely feminine.